What if everything you were taught about the Middle East was a lie? What if the textbooks used in schools around the world weren't just wrong, but dangerously misleading? Pearson, one of the biggest names in education, is being accused of rewriting history, and not in a good way. These books shape what millions of students believe about the world. But what happens when the information inside them is twisted, biased, or outright false? The controversy. What's inside Pearson's history textbooks? Critics claim Pearson's Middle East history books erase Palestinian perspectives, distort key events, and push a politically selective narrative. One of the most shocking claims? A textbook reduces the entire Israeli-Palestinian conflict to just a dispute over land ownership. That's it. Decades of war, occupation, and displacement boiled down to a real estate disagreement. Historians say this isn't just misleading, it's dangerous. By downplaying the realities of the conflict, Pearson isn't just editing history. They're rewriting how an entire generation sees the world. But this is bigger than just one textbook. Pearson controls what millions of students learn. They publish textbooks across North America, Europe, and beyond. Their materials influence government curriculums and even college entrance exams. So if their books are biased, incomplete, or distorted, what does that mean for the students reading them? And this isn't the first time Pearson has been accused of pushing an agenda. The pattern: bias, rewrites, and reactions. In 2016, a Pearson World History textbook faced backlash in Tennessee for allegedly promoting Islamic propaganda. The textbook was accused of glorifying Islam, while failing to provide balanced coverage of other religions. The public outcry was intense. Pearson reviewed the book. Changes were made. Now, the same company is being accused of leaning too far in the opposite direction. Their latest revisions have been called out for favoring a pro-Israel stance. The controversy is so heated, Pearson pulled their own textbooks for review. So which is it? Islamic bias? Pro-Israel bias? Or is Pearson just bending to whoever shouts the loudest? Who gets to control the narrative? At its core, this isn't just about one company. This is about who decides what version of history gets taught. And it's about the influence corporations and governments have over what students believe. And if educational publishers edit history based on political pressure, then can students ever trust their textbooks? When the public response, and educators, historians, and parents are speaking out. Many believe history books should be neutral, fact-based, and free from political manipulation. But is that even possible when corporations and advocacy groups influence what's written? Some parents are demanding more oversight on what their children are being taught. Others are calling for alternative history resources that prioritize critical thinking over curated narratives. So what happens now? With growing pressure, Pearson says they are reviewing their content. But here's the real question. Who gets to decide what makes it into our children's textbooks? And should we be comfortable letting corporations rewrite history? Should Pearson be held accountable for shaping how students understand the world? Or is education always political? Let me know what you think in the comments. Speaker voice, Matthew aspect ratio horizontal.